into this hot oil, I will put in the spice paste that I made. It sizzles and makes very nice noises at this stage, and you can begin to smell the onion, the fried onion and the spices frying. The frying is terribly important now. The spice paste must fry, it mustn't boil. And you see what's happening over here is that the fat, if you can see, the fat is beginning to separate a little bit from the sauce, and that's important. So at this stage, I'm going to put in 4 ounces of finely chopped tomatoes. These are fresh tomatoes. If you can't get fresh tomatoes, use tinned ones. So those go in, and I stir and fry the paste. Again, the idea here is to brown the tomatoes slightly. You see what a nice brown color this is. Just perfect. This is how it should look. Nice and browned. It's not burning, it's just browning. Now, the next thing that goes in is yogurt. I have here 4 tablespoons of plain yogurt, but I won't put it in all together. I'll put it in a tablespoon at a time and stir it in. Again, you don't want the yogurt to boil or it'll curdle, and that's no good. 1 tablespoon at a time, like so. Stir that in. Keep stirring it until it is well amalgamated in the sauce. There. Again, you see the fat separating, so you're ready for your next tablespoon. 2nd tablespoon of yogurt, and again you stir and fry until it gets, again, this fat begins to separate. Wait till it does so. You can't rush this. Okay. Again, the fat is beginning to separate. Another tablespoon of yogurt. It's smelling very nice over here, and it's that nice smell that you get when a sauce is properly prepared. Now you see a whole lot of whole spices floating around. Don't worry about those. You can take them out just before you sit down to eat, or before you serve, actually. Okay. Now our last bit of yogurt goes in. Stir and fry that nicely. Once the sauce has been fried, not boiled, fried, I have to repeat that because it's important, I'm going to put in 10 fluid ounces of water and another half teaspoon of salt for the sauce. And I bring this to a simmer now. I have here 30 meatballs that I was able to make with that 1 pound of mince. They're fairly tender at this time, so I wouldn't put a whole lot in at the same time. Rather gently lower them into the sauce. You can do 2 at a time, you can do 3 at a time, that's all right, but just don't let them break because they are very tender. They will harden as they cook and they'll be easier to stir, but initially they are tender. At this stage, I like to shake the pot rather than stir it, like so. Then you bring it to a simmer, cover partially, like so, because you want some of the steam to escape and the sauce to thicken as it's cooking. So you cook this way on a lower heat. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. And you cook for about 25 minutes. Remember to stir every 5 minutes or so, just in case the meatballs stick to the bottom of the pot.